Hi everybody, welcome back to The Lift with Sheila Robinson-Kiss. It's so wonderful to connect with you. You know how we like to do it. We've got it all on this channel: mental health, movement, motivation, and the best relationship advice around. This is a really gorgeous day. I'm just happy to report to everyone that's, listen, spring has sprung. It's just like a fresh revival out here. I feel fantastic. I hope you do too. Now we're going to start with our wish. Go ahead. We've got the little water sprouting here. You can see it. You know how we like to start with our wish. You all, please don't stop wishing. Don't stop hoping, dreaming. Wishes and dreams come true every day. This is a dream coming true for me, just being here with all of you. Now look, get your walking shoes on. I've got mine on, and we're gonna dive in to a topic. I was actually inspired to focus in on this topic. I heard from Burton, wonderful, long time loyal family member and subscriber. We're all family here. Auntie Sheila in the house. And Burton wrote me a note. I'm going to go over it just very briefly. It has to do with attention seeking behavior. And I haven't really tackled this topic in the past, so it was somewhat, let's go ahead and get up the hill a little bit and start our walk. It was somewhat intriguing for me. So let me just share a little bit of Burton's note. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm out here outside. I can't be fumbling with papers here, but just a little bit. Sheila, my friend, called me out for being bombastic. Okay, I was at a gathering to honor someone, and in all honesty, I did what I did and said what I said to jump into the spotlight. I do crave attention. So first and foremost, Burton, one of the things that I love about this particular channel, this is the truth channel, if you will. And you could play games and pretend that there's not some issue, but I have all respect that you've raised your hand and you said, you know what? Maybe I am bombastic. Maybe I am a person who is seeking attention. Okay? Let's just start right there. I want to give you all an idea. If you're not familiar with the term, let's start with what is attention-seeking behavior. Let's start there. Number one, if you are a person who is really engaging in attention-seeking behavior, you're doing things intentionally because you want, it's very self-explanatory. You're trying to draw attention to yourself, seeking compliments, maybe forcing people to notice you and to give you compliments. Also, being provocative, if you will, sparking levels of controversy because you want to get the reaction. You're waiting for the reaction. So Burton, if your friend is saying you're bombastic, a lot of times a bombastic person, you're doing things not because this is coming natural or you have something witty or challenging to say. You're being bombastic because you want that reaction and you want the spotlight. It's just that simple. I want to spend some time talking about why do people seek this attention. I mean, let's be honest about it. There's multiple reasons that people seek attention. I want to go over a few of the most common ones that I've seen. A lot of times, this really is a byproduct, can be, of not being properly validated as a child, coming of age. So it sets up this course, this trajectory, where you're constantly feeling, I have to call in that attention, and it can become addictive and like a full-time job. I also want to mention that there are times where this attention seeking, it's born out of a deep inner psyche. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I'm good enough. And I feel like I need these external pieces of validation. And again, the danger is this can become very, very, very addictive. And I want to caution folks that, be careful what you wish for. Sorry guys, those are some cars. The maintenance cars are coming by on the trail. I want to caution everyone, because when you're engaging in this attention-seeking behaviors, you can call in attention that is very unwelcome and unwanted. I can remember some years ago, I worked with a client, young girl, just really, she wanted to get that attention, and she did it through very provocative dress. And I don't say that, no matter how you're dressed, no one deserves to be hurt. No one deserves to be assaulted. But I can remember her eyes, really got as big as saucers. She was in my office, and I told her, I was trying to make the connection between the time of night she was out, what she was wearing, what that can do to people who are not mentally stable in terms of arousing all kinds of thoughts, what have you. And we talked about it a little bit more, and she just acknowledged, Sheila, I wasn't even thinking along those lines. Definitely, I put it on. I knew some heads would turn, but I wasn't even thinking along those lines. That's the problem. When you are stuck in these patterns, these debilitating patterns, such as attention seeking, that's the issue. You're not thinking clearly. And how is that coming off to people? Number one, attention seeking 9 times out of 10 is extremely off-putting. People don't like it. It feels like a form of manipulation to them. Secondarily, Burton, as you said, this was someone else's time and day of honor. No one wants the spotlight stolen from them when it's their time to shine and it is their time to be honored. So it's extremely off-putting. So I'm really happy that you're coming into a deeper knowledge of what you're doing, and I'm so glad you dropped a line. So I want to talk a little bit about, this is the channel for solutions. And if any of what I'm talking about, if it resonates with you, well, Sheila, I'm glad I'm in the privacy of my own home or my own car, because I have to keep it 100 and say, this sounds like some things I'm dealing with. Okay, we're at the root tree. You guys, it's a double wish opportunity. Please go ahead and look at the root tree. I mean, this is spectacular. And go ahead and make your second wish on these deep roots, you know, hundreds of years old, beautiful, so sturdy by the water. Let's take a brief intermission here. And we want to go ahead and make our second wish on the root tree. Did you make your wish? I made mine. Let's keep going. So this is a channel for solutions. I want to give you some things to think about with respect to healing and correcting this behavior where the attention seeking is coming in. This is a real world channel here. So the first thing I want to connect you to, just keeping it real, you're going to need to fake humility. It's going to feel fake, and subdue yourself until it starts to feel real. When you are engaging in new behaviors, let's keep it 100. When you're engaging in new behavior, they're new. They always feel somewhat phony or somewhat fake. I've been candid, some behaviors and things I need to change. There's always some discomfort, but the more you work it, so burden for you, the next time you're in a group of friends, challenge yourself to zip it up. Enjoy the commentary that everyone else has to share, very purposely, with intention. Keep yourself subdued. Keep yourself quiet and subdued. Learn how to hold back. A lot of times with attention-seeking behavior, you'll burst out, bubble up, bubble over. The question, is it appropriate for the moment? Is this appropriate for the moment? Probably not. So you're gonna fake it until it starts to feel very real and authentic, okay? Secondly, this is something that you can have a lot of fun with if you allow yourself to approach it in this way. The second point is learn to give yourself that wonderful attention that you crave. What are some examples of this? Learn to self-validate. Sit with yourself. Wow, you did an awesome job. Wow, this idea is great. Get used to validating yourself without the pat on the back from the audience. Again, I know some of this seems abstract. Well, Sheila, I'm used to attention-seeking behavior. That's not gonna really fill me up at first. But then the more you do it, having these opportunities to really place yourself in the spotlight, the limelight, lavishly if you choose to. There's no harm in it. Okay, I'll reference my videos and I'll put them on the end cap. How to self-validate. It's amazing when you really get in with that work. Okay? And then thirdly, this is a realization that you're going to come to if you're being honest with yourself. Have you made the connection that seeking validation outside of yourself, it's a bottomless pit? It's like a very temporary fix. You get that little hit of validation, then it wears off, and then you're right back where you started. That's not fun. That's not fun, guys. So the point is realizing it's a bottomless pit. It's a bottomless pit that you're, as the song says, never enough. It's never going to be enough because the craving is inward, and you're not going to resolve the craving for validation coming from the outside. You know, and as I've shared with all of you on the channel, I've tried to be as transparent as I possibly can over the years. You know, I was a kid who, I fell into that category, you know, didn't get enough of, I should say, the warm fuzzies and the validation. That can be difficult for a child, and to an extent impairing. But I want to tell you something, and I would be remiss, and I was saying 90% of my videos, you know where I go, and that is this: if you really want to heal and speed your healing burden, and everyone else that this applies to, do yourself a huge favor. Go to God. Go directly to God and say, you see what I'm dealing with. Support me, you know, shine on me, through me. I want to heal this attention-seeking behavior that I'm dealing with. And you know what's going to happen? Almost immediately, you're going to start to calm that down. You're going to feel a calm come over you. And that's when the healing is in. That's the start of it. It's going to come in very nicely. And for what it's worth, I'm going to tell you something. If praise, adulation, if these birds, praise, adulation, the high five, if those are the things that mean something to you, no one can set that up for you like the hand of God. Give it to Him. You will get more than your fair share of attention. It'll come in naturally. It'll be healthy. You'll have more than your fair share of opportunities in the spotlight to shine. You will not need to steal the spotlight from other people. You will not need to feel like you are in competition in any shape, form, or fashion. It's all there for you in abundance. You need only raise your hand and ask for the healing. You all, you know, I could go on and on. I do want to mention my Tools Not Talk, my live course. Check it out. Sign up. Let's have a consultation. Let's get you enrolled in this course. Fabulous. It's an 8-week course. We get into it all and just have a wonderful time. If you're loving what I'm doing, please don't forget to subscribe and share the news of the channel with your friends and family. See you soon.